All right, guys. So I've been talking a lot about overload, periodization, and there's methods of overload. So I've had beginners do workouts and they're like not really getting results, and they'd come ask me why. And then I realized that they're just doing straight sets, 10 reps. Hopefully they're straight. They're doing like 10 reps and 3 sets of 10 reps or whatever. And this is their method of progressing. So they'll try to go their 3 sets for 10. Next time they'll go 3 sets for 10, but they'll try to up their weight. And there's an issue with that. 3 sets of 10 is very good for anatomical adaptation for a beginner's level of fitness. So if you're just starting out, 3 sets, 10, your body's not used to any training at all, 3 sets of 10 is good. Getting your body used to it, okay? You're not really overloading it, which is good for anatomical adaptation. When you're not overloading your body, you're not risking injury or damage, right? Which is good for anatomical, because when you're in the beginning and you're trying to build up joint strength, bone strength, muscle strength, stuff like that, and having them all work in conjunction, that's very important to do it safely, right? And yeah, so 3 sets of 10 is great. But then you find out people are doing this like, years in, and they're like, wow, I'm not getting any results, and I've been doing this for years. Because there's actually a method for periodization. So what you realize is that if you're doing 50 pounds and you've been doing that over and over for 3 sets of 10, that 50 pounds isn't actually your max. You might be doing 3 sets of 10 for 50 pounds, but realizing that if you just, let's say, lowered that weight to 45 pounds on the next set, you can keep going. And then you dropped it because you're tired now, you're maxed out, you can go drop it to 40 pounds, okay? And you can keep going. You drop it to 30, whatever, until you're maxed out. So that's how you overload, because really when people are not getting results, because they're not overloading their muscles, and they're not working it to the extent that it needs to actually develop and grow. So a little bit sick still, but that's all right. Okay, so you need to be able to learn how to overload. It's great to know how to periodize. It's great to just go out there and lift, but how do you overload? So I'm going to go over several methods. Some of these are super basic to start off, and there's a lot of methods to overload, okay? And in bodybuilding especially, because they want to get that hypertrophy, they definitely figure out lots and lots of ways to overload the muscle, okay? So that's the only way to actually grow and make results in terms of muscle gain, is to overload it and find greater strategies to overload, okay? So there's a lot of ways to overload with body weight. So I know I was talking about weights, and you're dropping, it's called drop sets. So where you're dropping the weight, okay, with each set, that way you can keep going. But there's ways to do it with body weight, okay? So one of the basic common ways to do it with body weight would be to, let's say, I'm going to say pyramiding, okay? Pyramiding is a great way to start. It's a great ways to build up your rep count, okay? And yeah, so pyramiding is good, and I'm going to go over that today. And I'm going to go over so many different methods where you can overload with body weight, with weights, and that way you guys can have a greater idea on what it takes to actually develop and grow muscle, rather than just doing anatomical and just maintaining, right? Anatomical is good. It's a preparation, getting all your joints and everything ready for a heavier load. But if you're staying at that one spot, then that's probably where you're hindering your development with fitness, okay? So 3 sets of 10 straight through year after year, it's not going to get you results. You're going to be in the same position year after year, okay? So you can see there's a little bit, it's cold this morning, so, but like I said, I'm going to work out here. I'm sick or not, cold weather or not, rain, snow, I'm going to try to do it, okay? So, but let's get right down to this overload, okay? So pyramiding is super easy. You start off, you go 1 set or 1 rep, 1, okay? And you're gonna wait maybe a couple seconds. You could probably do more, it's not a big deal, just wait anyways, okay? For new people, let's say you can't even do 5 pull-ups. You want to build up your reps, okay? So you're gonna go 1, and then the next one you're gonna go 2, Okay, 1, 2, and then you're gonna wait, okay? And then you're gonna keep going, so 2, and then you're gonna go 3, okay? So again, you wait, again, and you're gonna do 4. Okay, and then you're gonna wait. For some people, you know, might be a lot already. So let's say you're gonna do the next one, and you're gonna go 5. Okay, and let's say you max out at 5. Okay, and that's your max. Now you want to overload. Okay, so you're gonna start reversing. You're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. Because if you were to just do 5, 5, 5, you might be maxed out. But if you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're maxed out and you went 4, 3, 2, 1, then you can do more, right? So the idea is to be able to do more, okay? So as you get stronger, you're gonna up your number. So the next time you're gonna come back and be like, okay, I'm gonna try to cap out a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna go higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the reason it's called a pyramid is because you're going to your peak and you're coming back down. So that's pretty much the idea of the pyramid. Okay, is you're gonna go up one way and you're gonna come out down the other way. So if you get to 10, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's actually 100 reps. Okay, so 100 reps is sufficient. If you can go 1 to 10 and you go 10 to 1, then don't worry about going 11 and 12. You can if you want, but then you're stretching all these reps out. If that's what you want, if you want muscle endurance, that's great. But I think it's best to combine muscle endurance and muscle strength. So muscle endurance up to 100 is very sufficient. 100 is very sufficient for muscle endurance. Then start adding weights, okay? So start wearing a weighted vest. So I got weighted vests here. So I can go up to 40, 50 pounds. If I'm wearing both vests, I can go up to 50 pounds. So once you get up to that number, then just start putting on the vest, okay? So I did 5. I'm gonna go 10 and then down to 1, right? So I started it and just gonna finish it. All right, hope that helped you guys, and I'll see you later.